Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas Fans YouTube channel. This is your second video of the day. Let's talk Smackdown. It's in Australia, Perth, Australia. I couldn't speak there. For Crown Jewel, which is tomorrow. Which meant it was at 1 p.m. and I got to watch it live as it happened, which is great. Because watching it back the day after it happens, when I have the freedom to watch it anytime I want, and there's no incentive to watch it now, I tend to never do it, which is what happens with all your NXT episodes. So because this was live, I watched it as it happened, so you're going to get this reaction pretty quick. And it was on 1 p.m. I was coming back from work. I finished work at 12. And I was like, oh, shit, it's happening like right now. So I clicked on it, and I was there from the start. Now, kicking off the show, we had Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, come out and basically just promote his match. But he also promoted the rest of the roster in WWE, saying, Seth is so offended by the quarterback comment. But Cody knows that he's not the only one. He knows that if he doesn't step up to the mark, someone will. Like Randy Orton, like CM Punk, like Jey Uso, like Roman Reigns, and like Seth Rollins himself. And that Seth shouldn't be so offended by it. However, Cody does hold the record and Cody's going to win. The funny part about this segment was it was clearly just to get the crowd hyped and ready for Crown Jewel. And then they started chatting Seth as a wanker because it's Australia. They're as bad as Britain for swearing. And they love the word wanker. And Cody obviously knew what they were saying. He tried to get Michael Cole to say it. Michael Cole was too PG, too PR trained. He was like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to get in trouble. Wade Barrett, however, the Brit, the right man to say it, because he would say it probably like, no one wants to hear wanker. It's wanker, yeah. So Wade Barrett got up and he said, I think what they're saying is Seth Rollins is a wanker. And that's exactly what they were saying. That was a funny moment. I liked that. That made me laugh out loud. Anyways, just before their match tomorrow night, Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie McMahon agreed to team up against Julia and Kiana James after what happened last week. This is great because we're already getting champion versus champion, world heavyweight champion versus WWE champion tomorrow night. And tonight we're getting the world champions against the United States champion. And also Julia versus Stephanie McMahon. And early on in the match, we got the Devil's Kiss from Stephanie McMahon against Kiana James. And it was with force. It was with oomph. It was with passion. It's like she's been training her hips for the Devil's Kiss. But great match. Obviously, to get the crowd hyped up, they had Stephanie get beat up a bit so she could tag in Tiffany Stratton. And eventually, they got the win. The crowd went electric. Electric for the prettiest minutes, however, which is fair enough. And they got the win. Decent match. Glad to see Kiana James and Julia get some action. Not in that way. But it was nice to see, regardless. Sami Zayn's US Open Challenge now. I thought we're in Australia. He said he's 5-0. We're not getting comment on his. I thought we're in Australia. We're either going to get Grayson Waller or we're going to get Bronson Reed. I couldn't think of any other Aussies. And to me, it seemed like it would be Grayson Waller, given that he was there to promote the event and didn't get given a single match on Crown Jewel or Smackdown. Not even an appearance on Smackdown. Mentally, he appeared at like the grand opening and that was it. But no, we had the return of Shinsuke Nakamura. I did not see this coming, and I'm glad it happened. I genuinely am, because I love to see Shinsuke Nakamura. WWE have dropped the ball on Shinsuke Nakamura worse than they did for Finn Balor. And he came back with his old theme. Australia was eating it up. They were loving it. They were chanting for him. And he's a babyface. And everyone was following it, and they were like, yes, yes, yes. Let's see this shit. And the match was a banger. It lasted forever as well. It was like 20 minutes. And they were going at it. And we nearly had a Shinsuke Nakamura win. And then we nearly had a Sami Zayn win. And then Shinsuke Nakamura got pulled out the ring and attacked. And the match ended in disqualification. Fuck you. But that just means we're getting it in the future, which is great. And at first it looked like Uncle Howdy because it was a mask. But then we shortly realised it was face paint. And a hood came down. And it was another return. It was Tama Tonga. Now this is what Solo Sikoa was on about last week when he said there's one incomplete piece to the puzzle, and I said it would be Tama Tonga, and I think everybody knew it would be Tama Tonga, but we've got Tama Tonga back, and that's good. And the man's put on weight. Some people said he was jacked. I think personally it's a bulk. I mean, yes, he's got a lot more muscle, but he's also got a gut now, which he can shed down anyway. But yes, he's bulk now, which could be good, could be bad. We don't know. We haven't seen him in an in-ring match yet since that new body type, but he was quite fast and fierce last time. I don't know how fast he's going to be this time. And yeah, and the whole of the MFTs came out in face paint. Tama Tonga, JC Mateo, Tonga Loa, and they beat the crap out of Sami Zayn. and Shinsuke Nakamura. This made sense because Solo was coming back for his United States Championship and he wanted to make a point, and obviously Sami Zayn is the perfect person for him to go after. Solo was not in face paint, he was just in his suit, and everyone was chanting "fuck you, Solo," which was fair because they beat the fuck out of Sami and Shinsuke. So I agree. And then shortly after, later on in the night, we had the Street Profits challenge for the tag team titles, and they lost to the Wyatt Six. And then the MFT showed up again and faced off with the Wyatt Six. Now, this is interesting. I don't know if it's over the tag titles. I don't know if it's over territory, just trying to be the dominant group in there. But it's sad that Uncle Howdy wasn't there, because an Uncle Howdy Solo Squad face-off would have been great. But instead, we had Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, and Eric Rowan staring down 5 MFTs, and so like 4 MFTs and Solo Squad. 5 men. Crazy. And eventually, Nikki Cross stepped up to the plate and stepped in Solo's face. And that's what made the MFTs back off. Mental. But I'm loving it. The crowd was chanting holy shit, and it felt like that because the Wyatt lights were going off. We had the spookiest, most ominous faction, and then a faction who's just re-announced themselves as dominant, and it felt like they were going after everyone on the roster, which they didn't because there was a match later on in the main event, but it felt important. We had a bit of a backstage interview from The Miz about Carmelo Hayes, and The Miz just said that he didn't turn on Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes rejected him, which is bullshit because The Miz is the 2-time Grand Slam champion, main event at WrestleMania, future Hall of Famer, all this stuff, which is true. And I just can't wait for this Carmelo Hayes Miz feud to get underway, because Miz is a great storyteller. Carmelo Hayes needs to push. And Carmelo Hayes is going to make a great babyface. He made a fantastic face of NXT as a heel. Imagine him as a babyface. Come on. I'm ready for it. He's great at both, but I'm just ready for the babyface. I'm ready for babyface Carmelo Hayes. Can you tell I'm ready for it? I'm ready for it. Anyways, we got in the main event. Oh, before I actually get to the main event, we had Zarya and Sol Ruka show up. Obviously, it's Australia. I think that's where Zarya's from. So everyone was eating that up. But last week, they had a match with Secret Service, and they've been trying to get a shot at the women's tag team titles. And Charlotte and Alexa kind of said, "Oh, you didn't earn it," and this and that. And Sol and Zarya, as both teams are faces, said, "Look, you've got to where you are because someone gave you a chance. Give us a chance." And they accepted. We didn't get any match tonight, but we might get one next week. Maybe it's a shot at the tag titles. Maybe it's just a tag match. Maybe it's a one-on-one match. I don't know, but I'm here for it because Sol Ruka is an incredible talent. We need to see more of Zarya, and it's Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Who doesn't want to see them? So I'm here for it. And then eventually there was the main event. Last man standing match. Damian Priest, Aleister Black. They went to fucking war. And he has me thinking, after Aleister Black won their last match, I think anyway, Damian Priest is going to win. The same way he beat Drew McIntyre, the same way they've been trying to put Damian Priest in our face and push him to win. And I'm here. I'm here for it because I like Damian Priest. I really do. And I always have since I've seen him. I've just never really seen if he could be that main guy. But now I see it. And I'm here for it. I say that a lot. I need to stop saying it. The match was a banger. And eventually, towards the end, after Damian Priest had sent him onto the announce desk and it wasn't enough to put him away, he'd seen all the ruckus at the back, you know, the things in the crowd that they throw them off, the fucking boxes and tables. And he was about to, Aleister Black was already worn down. He was about to throw him through that. And that's when Zelina Vega came out, which is mental because she's his partner in real life. But I'm not sure how this is going to work kayfabe because obviously he's a creepy character, so it makes him look a bit human, if you ask me. But she pleaded with Damian Priest, and then Damian Priest went to, shoved her out of the way. Aleister said, "Look, get out of the way." And Damian Priest went and finished the job. And we got a fireball to the face from Aleister Black. And then an eventual Black Mass, which was a horribly hit Black Mass. It's Damian Priest's fault, to be honest. He fully flinched at it. And then that was it. That was the 10 count. That was the end of the last man standing match. And Aleister Black won. And this was supposed to be the last part. So either won the feud or it's still going to go. And I don't want it to go on. The fireball was cool, but this is probably going to extend the story. And I'm not here for that. I'm not. So if this means Aleister Black's won the feud, so be it. I don't care. Good for Aleister Black. Yes. I just don't want this to continue. Let it be what it was. Damian Priest needs to move on. But then again, they keep leaving us on cliffhangers. They left us on Damian Priest concertoing Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre doing nothing about it. Drew McIntyre, the one who will call out anyone for anything, has not went after Damian Priest since he's been hit with the concerto, and has not went after Cody Rhodes since that loss, which was the referee's fault. Yes, he's going after Seth Rollins in the tournament, but we've had no mention of it. Both men have been in the same building, and Drew McIntyre's done nothing about it. Instead, he's focused on Jacob Fatu. After the words Jacob Fatu said last week, Drew McIntyre jumped Jacob Fatu after Jacob Fatu crossed paths with Cody Rhodes and said, look, I'm coming for you in the future. And Nick Aldis said, I want to talk to you, Jacob Fatu. They had a fight. Nick Aldis got pissed off. And then when Nick Aldis tried to talk to Drew McIntyre later about it, Jacob Fatu came to get it back. This is a feud I'm here for, because this match is going to be insane. These men are hard hitters. And they're real wrestlers. And I'm here for this. But please, I know Jacob, Cody in the future, but once this is done, once Cody's done with Seth, once Drew and Jacob have had their match next week, let's fast track Cody versus Drew, and then maybe Cody will retain another time, and then we'll get Jacob Cody for the championship. But then eventually Drew needs to win that title, and Drew can face Jacob for the title right before he goes into WrestleMania to face Gunther, who I think he's going to face at WrestleMania for the title. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my thoughts on SmackDown. Thank you so much for watching. I love that it's on Australia at times. Can we do that all the time, please? And thank you. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.